like the lean fondue?
I would lean fondue, that's fire.
Episode 19.
Yeah, we on that lean fondue, fam. That shit crazy.
If you are just now tuning in, welcome to the Kickback. This is our weekly show where we sit down and discuss topics that are trending in the sneaker world. If you are a return viewer or return listener, thank you. We appreciate you. Once again, if you are only listening to this on Dash Radio, we do have our visual counterpart that can be seen at snkrINC.com. I am your host. I go by the name of enthusiast. To my right, director extraordinaire, Dano Holcomb. On my far left, we have music video director extraordinaire, John Colombo.
Bam, 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 bam.
Hey,
there we
and
go.
in the hot seat, our guest for this evening is a veteran in the music game. At a young age, trying times instilled a hustler's mentality inside of him, and he quickly earned his stripes in the streets. By the age of 19, he had formed a group called the Rock Bottom G's and sold 50,000 CDs out of a storefront that he opened himself, which eventually became a barbershop that also sold grills and area code t-shirts. As a solo artist, his music is a combination of Atlanta trap, Dirty South screw tapes, and a gritty bilingual sound that is uniquely his own. Please welcome our special guest, Dro FE.
Woo. Yeah. I didn't even know all that shit about myself, man. What the fuck?
I had to dig, I was in there. I got to do my research, you feel me?
What's going on, man?
What's up with you? How you doing?
I'm good, man. That was crazy.
I like to make people feel very warm and very welcome and understand it's all family around.
I'm glad you host shows and you don't work like on the other side of enforcement, because you'd be really good at that shit. Like, you'd be really good at trying to bust a nigga, man, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta do my work, you feel me? But like you said, it's good on this side.
In your career,
it sounded like a rap sheet, huh?
Let's keep this shit popping for him. Let's keep his career going in the right path, man.
Hey, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. So to the viewers and the listeners that may not be familiar, tell them a little bit about yourself.
Shit, man, I'm Dro FE, man. Big boss Dro FE. Just out here fuck with my boy Colombo. And, you know, shit, I'm from Texas. All over Texas, really. South Texas. I was born in a town called Kingsville, Texas. And I grew up, like, my childhood years in Corpus Christi, Texas. And then I went to high school, like, up in Austin, Texas. And then I've been living the rest of my life down in the Rio Grande Valley, where I live now, like on the border of Texas and Mexico, down by the water. Yeah. So like Mission, Texas is kind of where, you know, and then I be out here in LA, really. I mean, I got houses on both. You know, I got a house in LA, I got a house out in Texas, so I just kind of just do whatever.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, I feel you. So how did your introduction to the rap game start?
I mean, shit. I don't know. I just always been rapping. Even when I was a little kid, I'd just be rapping other people's songs. And then one time I had got locked up and I ain't had nothing to do when I was like in juvenile and shit. Okay. And I just was like, man, I'm gonna write a song. Like, first I was writing like other lyrics. Like I would write lyrics down, and then like it would be from another song, and I'd like send them to my girlfriends or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. And then I was just like, damn, I should start. Cause I had remembered one time, like in 7th grade, they was teaching poetry, and like I had wrote some shit. They had asked me to write some shit on a chalkboard, and they was like, then everybody had said it was kind of fire, and I was like, it was just a poem. I don't even know. I can't even remember what it was or some shit.
It was some original shit though.
I just went up and wrote it on a chalkboard. You know what I'm saying? And I just remember being in jail, thinking like, I just remember thinking back to that time and being like, oh damn, I could just probably like writing a poem is probably like a rap. And I just like started writing that shit when I was in juvenile and shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. You turned your fucking trials into something that could be, you know, some positive shit, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, music's positive. Music's everything.
Hey,
where would the world be without music, bro?
Hey, you right on that. Who were some of your early influences in the game?
I mean, shit, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I grew up in the 90s, so shit, I was always fucking with Pac, you know what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah.
And all of them, but I mean, like when I really became of age, like, and was in the streets, you know what I'm saying? It was more like Jeezy and Gucci, cause like that was around the time that like I was out of school already, you know what I'm saying? Like I never finished school or nothing, but I was in the streets, so like we was fucking with like early Cash Money real tough, and then that went into like Gucci and Jeezy real hard, like Jeezy then Gucci really.
Because they was really talking about the shit you was
And
already
Pimp C,
living.
I would fuck with Pimp C, but Pimp C just kind of would like around for a little bit, and then he was gone, and then he came back, and then he was gone.
Right.
So it was like there's not really too much to fuck with him, but like the shit that I would say like more like my music that influenced me as far as like the music that I make would be like Gucci and Jeezy.
Okay, was you down with like the screw tapes and all that stuff back then?
Yeah, of course. Like I mean, that's kind of
like
like when we first started. Like, of course, like that's like one of the things that made me want to rap for sure. For sure was like hearing how people was just like freestyling, and then like so shit. We had the little homie and everything. He had the little turntables. We would go do that shit or whatever. But then I just was like, for a long time, I kept getting locked up. Okay. So like when I was young, like I wasn't really like about like anything besides for like being out in the streets selling crack type shit, like running up to cars or fucking whatever. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
on some real shit.
Yeah, like I wasn't really into like trying to be like any type of like success or anything. Like I ain't figured that shit out until like a little bit later. After I went to like jail for a while for the first time and shit.
Yeah, it kind of made you rethink some shit a little bit.
Hell yeah.
For sure. Because listening to your music, man, you definitely, I mean, obviously you're from Texas, so you got that down south like style to it. But then also it was cool. What you did, a mixtape with Sunny Digital, I think it was?
Hell yeah. I mean, that's recently. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I just started doing this thing, you know what I mean? Like, I used to be in a little group or whatever, but, like I just started doing my own shit one day, and then it just, in a few years, that shit just, it started being called Narco Wave, because I'm from the border where all of like the narco wars at and shit. And so we started doing that, and then like, by the time it got to the third one, like about a year and a half later, I had already kind of like moved around, and I had linked with Sonny, and then we just became homies or whatever through my boy AK, and then we just did the tape. That shit came out crazy too,
Yeah. I was listening to that earlier, just trying to like kind of see what it was that you was about as far as like your sound and how you was really moving and stuff like that. What's up with the boys that you originally started the group with? Y'all still keep in contact, or you just kind of move on your own style?
I mean, nah, like, like it just, I just don't really like that. Like, nah, I don't.
We're leaving it at that.
That shit old, man. I don't even like to like even bring none of that shit up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, really, I mean, they cool. Like, it's a couple of them I talk to and shit, but like, it ain't like,
It's Narco Wave.
Yeah, this Narco Wave, you know what I mean? Like, I got like a whole gang now, like, you know what I mean? That was a long time ago, you know
of course.
what I mean?
Are you still doing the apparel?
We were still growing up and shit. Yeah. I just let that shit die down because I didn't, like, it was like, it's more like, the Narco Wave is more like, it's more fashion than like streetwear. So like, it was like kind of getting into like the wrong, like right around the time like that we was doing it, I just felt like, I said, you know what, like, it's too far. And like, I don't give a fuck because I already got bread. So I'm just like, I don't gotta do it. So I just let that shit chill out for a little bit, and then I'm like, right now we on the way back with like all kinds of cut and sew new shit, and like, you know what I'm saying, some cool shit we got going on. The Narco, it was called Narco Wave 2, the clothing and shit.
Hell yeah. Yeah. What's your first memory of like really being into sneakers and really feeling like you had to kind of make that a part of your day-to-day thing and
man,
really be a part of it?
I remember being on the playground and shit, and I think it was like this dude, I even remember his name, I think it was Julius Deloy.
Damn, the whole government.
He cool. I know that nigga be on like, you know what I'm saying? I know that nigga. Like that nigga now he like one of the biggest like Narco Wave like fans, you know what I'm saying? Like they be tripping out on me and shit back home. And but I think it was him, bro, and we was on the playground, that nigga had on the Jordans and shit. That nigga had on, I think it was like, I can't remember because nowadays it's all blurred together because I know all the Jordans. Right. But he either had on like the 5s or the 3s. And I want to say it was the 3s because I want to say it had the cement on them. And I just remember being like, yo, I need them hoes. And I just remember telling my mom, like, man, I need them hoes.
Hey,
but I didn't get them.
I need them hoes.
I didn't even get those though. I didn't get those.
I bet you didn't get them.
Nah.
So was it when you like really started coming up, you started paying attention and I mean, obviously, like you said, you know all the numbers now, you know all the J's and all that. Was it when you started coming up that you was able to kind of cop all the shit that you didn't get when you was a kid?
Hell
Is that how it started?
Nah. I mean, no, my mama would give me shit sometimes.
Okay,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but she didn't like just leave me hanging. Like, I just didn't get no J's. I think I ended up. I want to say it was the 3s because I think by the time the 5s came out, I remember like I had them hoes. You know what I'm saying? She had took me to San Antonio I remember when I got them, she had took me to San Antonio to go visit my aunt, you know what I'm saying? And we had went to the mall there and they had them and shit and I got them and shit.
Hell yeah.
It's so weird that you can remember where you fucking got, not just the shoe itself, but I can remember where I got it.
Yeah, of course.
And I don't remember a lot of details.
Yeah, I mean, but it's just, it's everything that you do when you're young is nostalgic because you did it for the first time.
Exactly.
Now, everything we do now isn't really for the first time, and when you do something for the first time, like if you go to fucking Paris and fuck some chick outside of a fucking hotel or some shit crazy, you're like,
It's impactful.
it's just, you're like, man, Paris was crazy, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, every day when you're older, you're just like, we done already did this. I eat every day, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because you got so many years of doing like shit behind you.
but when you're young, everything's so brand new.
It's new.
That's why music was so fire. That's why people be like, tripping on music is like, you gotta just, if your brain ain't willing to adjust and change with the times, you're gonna be left out, cause everybody who's like, it's like everything's new to the kids, so you gotta let what's new be new, cause if not, like, you just gonna, what's new to you when you was a kid's not new now. It's like, nobody's gonna look at it like it's gotta be like, everybody's hearing, you gotta always remember, like, kids is hearing everything for the first time right now.
Yep.
So,
And it's like when we was coming up on rap and shit, and
we were hearing that for the first time.
Our folks was like, what is this shit y'all listening to? Like throwing some old jams or whatever. Like now we
But
them
then-
old heads that's doing the same shit to these kids. You gotta
But I
think,
mean, but in the
like,
music business, you've always had older people that was, you know what I'm saying? Like there was older people who was still creating with the younger people, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, it's not all about, it's not like this, it's not about the formula, it's about the feeling, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And if you know music, you could always, you know what I'm saying, work within the formula. It's the feeling, you know what I'm saying? You gotta understand what they feeling. And if not, then you just like out of there, like, you out of there. That's how we say it in Texas, right, Fab? Out of there? That boy out of there. My bad, I keep talking to my partner Fab. He off over here on the other thing.
It's all love, man. Yeah, we got a little audience behind us. He brought his partners in here with him. Let's get into some of these topics, man. It's been quite the week as far as shoe shit goes. The first thing I want to talk about, because there's been a meme that's been all over Twitter, been all over Instagram, is Bella Hadid being as fraudulent as they come on sneaker shopping with Joe LaPuma on Complex. And I want to pull up, Jack, he already got the clip queued up. I want to pull up the clip that has been a viral sensation. It's been 2 weeks now, but shit really is just steamrolling. Let's see this shit real quick.
Can't hear it.
Audio guy, we got some technical difficulties. What are we doing?
I think my mom could have sounded better and more informed
I like that.
than Bella.
Joe's like, yo, I swear it's this big.
You know what? I'm with and I don't mind wearing sneakers, but they better be fresh. No. If Homeboy's coming through with these, it's quiet. Yeah, no, it's quiet for him. But like if he comes through in like these, you got some Air Maxes out here, you got some Jordans. Homeboy's gonna like get it.
He's gonna like get it. She said homeboy, dope, and fresh, like back to back.
In this like 2 minute segment right here, she said homeboy at least 4 times. It's like back to back to back to back. What I don't understand is why Nike is just doing this to themselves, because we talk about this the past like 4 episodes. We talk about all these influencers and getting behind ladies and ambassadors and all this. And then you get somebody, look at her face.
Yeah, you're the preacher.
You get somebody like this on a show like Sneaker Shopping with Joe LaPuma, which is very high up there. A lot of people
In
gonna
a
see
store
this
like
shit.
Kith.
In Kith, and she just out here talking out her ass.
This is a fucked up frame to leave up though, to trash her.
It puts it
Because she's
exactly-
adorable in that
She's
image. Look at
adorable
her.
as fuck, but
Look
she
at
should have
her.
been true to her shit. She should have not. She should have been like,
Yeah,
yo.
look at her.
She should have been like, yo, I grew up in Southern
be on the show all she
California
want.
with a gang of money, and I was riding horses. I don't know shit, but I'm down to learn. That's the angle
Let's
she
talk
should have
about riding
taken.
boots.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
she should have taken the angle of like, yo, like, look, I'm not of the culture. I don't fully understand this, but I'm down to learn. I want to know. Instead of coming on talking about, yeah, I grew up loving Air Force Ones and Jordan Ones, and I rode horses. And like, bitch, no, stop. Like, you really, like, if they giving you this check, and she recreate this. She did this to the Virgil.
brutal.
off-white ones. Like that's a cardinal sin. And they made sure to put that in there. Whoever edited this shit, you a fucking genius. Because you knew this shit was gonna go up.
Could have easily not been in there.
Easily not. But that's my thing on this whole situation.
Disrespectful.
It's disrespectful, but it's also disrespectful to the culture when Nike comes in with somebody like this, where they're saying, you know, we're gonna get behind her, we're gonna support her. She redid the Farrah Fawcett and the Cortezes on the skateboard, all that shit. Like, this shit is iconic. And then you're gonna have her on here with somebody like Joe LaPuma, who is very up there in the world, in the game, and like knows his shit, on a show like Sneaker Shopping and just be talking out her ass. Like, that's not somebody that I feel like Nike needs to be representing their brand.
Yeah. I mean, I just say, you know, whatever, man.
She
I'm
cute
a
as
sucker
fuck.
for a cute girl.
No, don't get me wrong.
I ain't really doing no tripping, man. She could like really on the cool, like.
So she can do no wrong in your eyes, huh?
You want me to give you a
She
number?
had the Chanel choker on. That shit was fire.
It is no taking away from that.
I'm not discrediting her being a model. She do her shit. She was fucking the Weeknd. She in there. She know what she doing. She was fucking the Weeknd, and allegedly she was fucking Drake after that. So by all means do you. But I just think Nike, like, they could have at least gave her some type of script or an outline or something to go on some shit like this and like be like, hey, this is, you know, these are the key points. Like,
that's the thing. If she was just a regular chick or just a model, it would be one thing. But the fact that she is a representative of a brand, you know what I'm saying? You're a brand ambassador for the biggest footwear brand there is.
A brand that's normally just
when it gets a little weird, because then it's like, all right, you're out here representing. Mm-hmm. You know.
I mean, you gotta remember, like, they really trying to they fucked up at first and didn't want to do no partnerships whenever Kanye was doing them hoes.
Yep.
And then so Adidas just jumped in and was like, all right, we're gonna do partnerships with all y'all fools. And so now they just trying to get back into the fashion shit. Cause now it's like for Nike, like anything new, like Nike's not really making anything new. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like as far as like this FE. So it's like they bringing back old shit. You know what I'm saying? And Adidas is making all the new shit. Like all the like new, cause all the people from the Nike, they took them hoes and they went over to the Adidas.
And shit,
and so Nike just fell off. So now they just trying to do whatever they can to get back in the scene. Like, fuck it, we gonna do whatever.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, getting behind Bella Hadid is cool, but don't put her out here on no press like shit to
rep the brand.
Add to the fuel the fire that everybody's already talking about.
Yeah,
that might not be how this went down, though.
Yeah,
that might not be how this went down.
I don't know
though.
if it's really that big a deal. I mean, maybe I guess it is to y'all, but like, I don't think that shit
it's
matter.
not a big deal at all.
That shit really don't matter. Like, it don't matter,
but
bro.
you
like,
couldn't help notice, be like, that.
They could fix it if they went and did if they went and did some fire ass partnerships with some people and just turn around. They could do that shit. You know what I mean? Like, they've been fucking with people, public school and shit. Got the fire ones coming out again, shit like that. But I mean, for right now, they kind of like, I don't know. I've been kind of off Nike for a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
I still got them all though. Like, I got all the Jordans. I got all of the 90s. I got all of the ones, the Air Max ones.
Yeah, I don't think it taints any of the culture.
When they brought back the Oswego's, I wore them. I bought them. I bought like 2 pair real quick. Those is fire. Those are fire right now.
Yeah. I mean, they making certain moves, and that's, like I said, this is not. It's not discrediting any of the history or any of the like nostalgia that we all have with Nike, because at the end of the day, it's not gonna hurt the brand at all. The brand is still gonna make their moves. If anything, this is like, everybody's been talking about this, so it gives them a little bit more of a boost. But I just think it's kind of funny to have somebody like this just out there looking all cute and shit.
She does look cute.
Talking out her ass like that.
I mean, that's what today is though. I mean, I mean, like, people don't watch TV no more. They watch their phones.
Very true.
So, I mean, what are you flipping through? Like, what are you gonna stop and look at? Like, you just gotta remember, it's just a different time now. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was talking about earlier. It's just different. You know what I mean? Like, everything's different. And if people don't want to look at it, they just gonna end up not seeing it correctly, because it's just different. Like now, like when people is just on, like, nobody's looking at TV no more. They just looking at their phones. So whatever's coming on their phone is entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
This is definitely.
I be learning shit. My
It was
brother
comedy.
Fad put me on that. You know what I mean? Like, really on the cool. Like, you know what I mean? It'd be like, that's how you got to look at everything now. It's like they did that shit because the old way of promoting shit is dead.
Yep.
So how they gonna promote shit? They gonna promote shit by getting you to talk about it. How they gonna get you to talk about it? They gonna get you to talk about it by doing that. Feel me what I'm saying?
Well,
So
that's kind of what I was thinking too. Like, if anything, it had an opportunity to hurt like Joe and sneaker shopping by not having credible
But
guests.
nothing
Not
hurts
that it's
anything no more,
no,
though.
but
That's
this,
the whole
this
point.
only
Nothing
helps
hurts
it
any
because
good. Nothing hurts anything. Nothing lasts long enough to hurt anything no more.
that's the fucking
You know what I'm
shit.
saying? That's what you got. Like that's the whole point. Is that
On to the
nothing?
next.
Nothing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The point was is that it was like a little stamp. Boom, Nike. Boom. You know what I mean? Boom, Adidas. Whatever. Boom.
Yep.
Dro FE new CD. Whatever. Then whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
That
yeah,
shit.
because we take in so much on a day-to-day
We do.
basis, like all this shit that we get in our phones, whether it be Instagram, Twitter, fucking Facebook, whatever. All this shit comes in so quickly now that it's here today and it's gone today. Like nobody really stay
Straight
on
up,
that shit.
gone
like
today.
Right.
Yeah.
But this whole thing with her too, even like the fact that it became meme worthy of what she said.
Yeah.
That shit. How many people that never aren't into sneakers, don't watch this show, were then like curious about where the fuck this meme came from?
Yeah,
Why is
you're
everybody saying
absolutely
this shit?
right.
And then
And
they
then
all
just
this
look,
this
and I
shit
mean,
just
but look at the shot right there, like you got it. It's the Cortez, like that's what they pushing right now.
Straight
so.
up. And she
So-
was like one of the faces of that whole Cortez push when they was doing that.
Yeah, they're like, stand right here while you sound stupid.
it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I'll leave her alone.
What was you
man.
about to say?
Damn.
What was you about to say?
You
Jeff?
trying to smash?
Nah, shit. I got a girl, but I'm just saying.
I'm kidding with you, man.
Nah,
See,
I
but that's
mean-
cool. But your girl probably maybe she watches your stuff. My girl, I can say that right now. I love Bella Hadid. I want to marry her.
Oh yeah, no, my
I
girl
can
don't
say
watch
that.
none of my
I
shit.
can say that because my girl don't watch this show at all.
My girl ain't gonna watch nothing. She ain't got none of shit. My girl not worried about
probably
nothing I got
have
going on.
Straight up, she does not watch the show.
She just, she got Gucci this, Gucci that. She's straight.
Yeah, I can say whatever the fuck I want. My girlfriend does not watch the show, and I know that.
That's fine.
I love Bella Hadid. I want to marry her instead of you. I know that. I can say that right now.
Mark the time.
It's a total lie, but I can
That's the
say it
promo
and
tomorrow.
know that she's not gonna see it unless Jack makes it the promo.
Damn, can we update the
time?
yeah, what time? Let's see. We are at the 22-minute mark.
I'm not bitter that my girl doesn't watch the show.
Yo, you out here wilding. I'm telling.
I'm just trying to get her to watch it, man.
All right, well, we gonna get off Bella Hadid's jock. You know, she can do what she wanna do.
And fuck her, man.
I think she's cute as fuck. I do think that is a smart play for Nike to get behind somebody like this because she does have all these young girls and all these young dudes too that's really fucking with her. So I do respect them getting behind her as a brand ambassador and doing that. I just thought it was kind of funny that she was like that whole episode was just full of one-liners because you could tell she was just out there really just talking about shit she had no idea that she was talking about. But I'm not the one that's out here cutting them checks, so it is what it is. But on to a lady who does know her shit. Jordan Brand this week unveiled the Air Jordan 1 Alele May. Yeah, it's like ukulele, Alele May.
Yes,
Ukulele May.
Ukulele May. For those that don't know, Alele May is an image consultant, model, and fashion blogger. While studying business marketing at Columbia College, Chicago in 2010, her career began in fashion with Louis Vuitton and RSVP Gallery in Chicago. Laylee enjoys the opportunity to create with others, including world-renowned brands such as Audi, Nike, and Adidas. LayleeMay.com is a self-titled blog and creative outlet to share her experiences in fashion, travel, and entertainment. And then a little bit of the information that she posted on her Instagram about this shoe was growing up in South Central LA and receiving Jordans from Uncle G. A young Laylee would have thought having her own shoe was impossible. One of the many things that she's taken away from Michael Jordan is that he is the impossible and he makes the impossible possible. This collaboration with Jordan Brand is dedicated to her city of Los Angeles. She's taken the Air Jordan 1 Shadow as the foundation. Corduroy from her dad's slippers he purchased at the Slauson Swap Meet.
Gangster.
Chanel, satin, and orange tab from the Kings Raiders starter jackets. And it'll be releasing in LA October 27th with a worldwide release on October 28th in men's and grade school sizes, which will be limited.
Heart.
Yeah, I didn't know where the influences were.
That shit
I
is
like that.
so fucking ill to me.
Yo,
when somebody
the
can come out,
chanclas?
like,
Come on, the quarter and the fucking.
like when somebody can come
Dude.
out, especially somebody like this who can come out with a Jordan 1
So fire.
Shadow, which is timeless, but not only have all these different elements, but have an exact story and reason as to why those elements are included. Like that shit to me is fucking beautiful. Cause when I first saw him, when I first saw him, I was like, you know what? Like she's just taking the satin that's just hot right now because they did the bread and the royal satins, and she's just adding her own twist to it. But when I dug for a little bit more information, I was like, yo, that's fucking lit. Like,
Yeah,
I love that shit. Cause she's taking a lot of shit from her childhood and bringing it to life and sharing that with the world.
Can we
And
get?
after you say that, you can feel the influence when you look at it.
Absolutely, yeah, 100%. Like these are so, that shit is so fucking beautiful to me. Cause it's like, okay, you do this
The
to a
corduroy
Jordan
is
1,
hard.
the corduroy, that's what I'm saying. Like you do something like this to a Jordan 1 Shadow, which the Shadow was cool. It's not like, you know, top 3, it's not up there. But you put another twist on it and you bring it out just like this as a GR.
It got the
people
satin
ain't
on
really
it,
gonna
though.
have no like attachment to it. They're not gonna really think nothing of it. But then you read something like that where she tell her story and she put the like, my Uncle G was the one who put me on J's. My pops used to get shit from Slauson, like Slauson Swap Meet, like all this shit. Like it's like, damn, this is a fucking masterpiece right here.
And you got to lay it into your own
Corduroy
Jordan. That's the
toning.
shit. What'd you think?
Man, like taking the tabs from starter jackets and all that, like that shit is fucking.
They fire.
That shit's fire.
I mean, ones are fire. Ones are like the only Nike shoe besides what I said the other day, the Oswego's. Those are like the only 2 Nike shoes that's fire to me right now.
Yeah.
Like these.
That shit is hard,
The
though.
one, I feel like,
Like ones is always like fire right now. Like if you try and be clean, you can wear some ones you clean.
straight up. It's timeless.
And then the Oswego's, but everything else like Nike out right now. But it'll be back. That's just how it goes. It goes.
Yeah, it's a wave. It's just how they ride it.
This shit.
Other than that,
Would you
Nike
rock
out.
those?
I mean, yeah, I'd probably buy them and then just throw them in the closet and then just have them for like later if when I want to wear them.
Yeah. The satin does
I do
not
a lot.
translate
I buy a
well.
lot of shit that I'm just never gonna wear. Like I buy a lot of shit I'm not gonna wear for a long time. Like
Yeah, of course. Because a lot of people will get them. You know, people gonna be on this 100, but everybody gonna want to wear them right away. But you put them on ice for a few years or whatever, and then pull them back out and they're crispy. That's when I think everybody's like, oh shit, like I remember those, like that type of vibe.
That's why I got those Supreme Airports too.
I don't even be caring
Instead of
about
those
it like
bright
that. Like
yellow shoes.
I just be wanting the shit to just look good with what I'm wearing. Like
Yeah.
I don't really care if motherfuckers gonna be like, oh man, I remember when old girl did like. I'm just more like I want them hosts like I care more about how I look as a whole.
Of
You know what I'm
course.
saying?
Yeah.
Than like always like
Than breaking
focusing
some
on the
necks.
shoes, huh?
And breaking some necks.
Just kind of like you
It's
know.
the whole package.
Like yeah. So like it's like when I'm worried about shoes, I just be like really on the cool. Like I'll find something that I could fuck up like these. Like I really will fuck up these like the rafts.
Oh, we gonna get to those.
I could wear them a lot. I be fucking them hoes up, and you can just kind of like throw them on. They're like the one shoes that I'll just throw on with whatever.
It's your beaters.
Yeah, like rafts.
Yeah,
I'll just,
black and gum sole, you can't really.
you can't really. You can wear them with whatever. So I'm wearing them with brown, and you know what I'm saying?
Like, say something.
You feel me? Like,
Hell yeah.
I can wear them with all black.
What it off top? Nah, it's not off topic.
But I do love the ones though. I ain't gonna lie.
I want them.
Like,
Yeah,
if I have a chance to get them, like
seen-
if my
I've
people
caught 'em
at
on
the
the
little
computer
sneaker shops I
multiple
got them, they hit me like, yo, they got them for whatever little extra for them. I'll grab them and just hold on to
just
them.
hold them. Yeah, what you were saying, Dano, that satin don't really translate in the photo.
not-
It's
It
that.
look
It's this is gonna be way iller in person.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like when
absolutely.
you get the sheen of that satin, you see it in your hand. You got the Chanel on the check.
It looks like whatever metallic kind of leather.
Yeah, nah, that
mini-
ain't leather. That
doesn't
shit is
look
gonna be
satin
ill.
right there.
Yeah, those are hard.
But they're gonna look.
Oh yeah, and then on the insole, it's got the diamond weave, and I think she's got her signature in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to kind of just to
logo.
add a little
The
bit. You got the
double,
leather
the double
insole.
thread.
Double
like
quilted.
that.
Yeah, that shit is hard.
That shit's dope. That's taking a page out of her homeboy Don C's book, also Chicago native, who had his own Jordan Brand collab too. Talking on the Jordan 1 though, do you think that the way Jordan Brand is doing all these different renditions of the Jordan 1, like the Flyknit Jordan 1s, is devaluing like the legacy of Jordan 1, or do you think it's adding to it?
You seen the Flyknits yet?
Nah, which one's those?
Jack, can we pull up the? We don't have them here, right?
Yeah, we talked
Yeah.
the
I mean, the
oil
ones is cool. That's what I'm saying. I mean, like.
Danny's gonna go get them so you can check them out.
I don't think it.
I like on camera shit right now.
Yeah.
It go. I mean, I don't know. I don't even look at shit like that. That's
okay.
you know what I mean. Like I look at it more like they're doing that because that's the only thing that's selling for them right now. So
That's a very valid point.
feel me? It doesn't matter. Like you can't water down something that's classic. Like That's the reason that they're bringing back classic shit because they can't make nothing new that's cool. If they could, then they would. You know what I'm saying?
No, see,
It's
that's
like
my,
Jordan.
that's my stance, too.
I never thought Jordan should have any other shoes besides. They should just have all been his shoes. That's it. Like that's it.
The ones that he played in?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
He should
I
never
feel the
sell
same
no
way
other
about that,
shoes.
man. Because if you really look at like, it really, the only ones that really matter are like the 1 through the 13. Some of the 14s, but like 1 through 13s, those are the ones that's like, they get the most play. After that, it was just kind of like,
Y'all got like every pair of shoe right now or what?
I mean, I try.
This fool, yeah. He fucking
Oh yeah, these are
moneybags.
clean.
See, that's how I feel. Now, if you talk to an Air Jordan 1 purist, they be like, nah, those are trash.
Nah,
And
but
I
I
don't
think
feel
they're
that
fucking
way.
hard.
Because you can even do, like, the way they did with the
wax
Air Max
laces,
90s
the whole
and the
shit,
ones
they
when they
went-
did the whole, like, engineered mesh and all that shit when that was hot for Nike. It's like, why can't they do that with a Jordan 1, which that's
But is the Air
timeless.
Jordan 1 the person that you're talking to? Is he clean or is he just the Air Jordan 1 dude that's just like,
Oh, it's been multiple
you know
people
what I mean? Like,
that,
are they clean? Like, you know, a lot of these dudes that just be crazy on sneakers aren't even really clean. They're just,
Yeah.
sometimes they be having some fire sneakers, but
Yeah. Nah,
their
you right,
opinion
you
don't
right.
really like, why does it matter? Like, if you're not clean, like my nigga would say, if he not clean, it don't fucking matter. Like, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
straight up.
you might be a sneakerhead, but that don't mean that you fucking clean. Like, you just might have some cool shoes, but that don't mean
Yeah,
that you
you
clean. So
right.
what you saying don't really matter to me. Like, if I like these hoes and these hoes gonna go play with what I'm wearing, I'm finna fuck with them. You know what I'm saying?
And that's all that shit.
I like the way these look. These kind of remind me like Freddy Krueger or for some reason.
The tongue?
Yeah, the
Yeah, the
tongue.
tongue looks like a motorcycle
yeah.
paint or
And
something.
it just feel like, yeah, like the color that just remind me of like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, see, I love the way they did
But
that.
I don't know if I like this though. I ain't gonna lie. Like if I
knit?
if I would have redid it, I'd have him do this right here.
Oh, the same size.
Yeah, I don't
on
like how
the
flat it is.
front.
Like see, like yeah. Now that I'm looking at it, I probably wouldn't wear this shoe because it's like all flat toed.
That's why
Okay.
Ivan doesn't wear shoes like that. Too pointy.
Is it?
Yeah, like but not because the real one would have stood up right here. Go ahead. Like the real
Yeah,
one.
because the panel, the
Yeah,
leather,
the
panel
leather
on
would
the
stand
outside
up.
goes over.
Structure.
Yeah, a little bit more structure in the upper.
See, I'm all for it, man. Like, I'm not a Jordan 1 purist. I love the ones.
But
It's
those will look good with
classic,
people.
but
Yeah, those
Tongue is fucking ill.
will look
though.
good with people with
So
small
good.
feet for sure.
exactly. I think that's with most shoes too, though. I got a big ass
Yeah, it's
fucking
true.
size 14, so my shit's always look goofy.
Yeah.
But
I be trying to squeeze
Not
in the
on you,
smaller
when they're off
sizes.
of you, it looks
because it
crazy.
look better, like 100, especially
Yeah.
like with tapered jeans and shit like that now. Like everything looks a lot better with the smaller shoes. Me, I'm not a Jordan 1 purist, like I said. Like I love the ones, but I think that anything that they can do to reinvent a classic is always gonna be dope. You know what I mean? Like, especially with Flyknit being their shit right now. Like, they don't really have much to work with. Like, Adidas got Boost and they doing all this like future crafts and all that shit. So they can ride that wave and do all that. But Nike got to figure out what they gonna do next. So right now they just riding the wave of the Flyknit and adding it to the classics that they have. And they did the Breads and did the Royals. Like, I
Yeah.
think that was a smart move.
Yeah, they're just playing catch up.
Basically, yeah.
Playing catch up.
Just
But
trying
it's
to run
I
that
mean,
race.
They the giant. Like it doesn't. Like, shit always comes back in style. Like right now, I've been rocking on the cool lately. I've been rocking like, just like an all black, like not even like no tech, like just all black Nike, like an all black hoodie with just a Nike. Like that shit right now to me is classic as fuck.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
a Nike
It's
with the
simple.
check.
Yeah.
Like small and shit. Like I'll fuck with that. Like I'll fuck with that with like some black sweats and like. I don't know. I won't wear no Nike. I'll probably wear like some Gucci slides with it. But like I feel like I don't mind wearing that right now. Like
Yeah.
Did you ever come get that Fendi jacket? Did you buy that? Did you get that Fendi jacket?
nah.
Did you get the Moschino bubble? I know you came and
I
grabbed
bought-
something
I
one
bought
day.
a bunch of shit for my girl.
Oh, that's right.
Out of there, that Chanel.
He was
I bought
there,
that
you were
Chanel
you were
jacket.
crushing that.
That
It was like a
shit.
Fendi
I
all
wanted-
over
Yeah,
print.
you sold it. I wanted it.
That's
I was
right.
kind of upset when
Yeah.
you closed that shit on the cool, cause like
No one's happy about it.
No, yeah.
I was like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? Like
I miss it.
I even hit you up like, yo, where's the shit at? Like you got it in your can I go buy it somewhere? Like you got it at your crib?
I get
Like,
hit up like yesterday. You know what I mean?
You know
About
what I
someone
mean?
like,
Like,
you still
you know
got
what I
that
mean?
shop?
Now I'm just holding.
like
Yeah.
nigga,
Yeah,
that
you
nigga.
need to slang some of that shit if you
This
still
nigga
got
has
it.
some hard ass shit, like old ass Versace leathered, like, or old ass just Louis print, like. You had that one fire ass Fendi that I should have got that hoe, bro. I'm a retard. Bro, that shit was fire. It was the old Fendi print on the old, like it was like a button up, but it was old, so it was like a thick, like
Canvas,
thick canvas, like twill,
okay, yeah.
old brown and the brown and tan Fendi print.
Yep. Damn, you
That
let
shit
that
loud
shit
as
go,
hell.
huh?
Huh?
Loud. when you put that on. It's like, holy shit. What kind of jacket is that?
Yeah.
You know.
Oh,
Yeah, you know.
Don't even talk to me if you don't know.
Yeah, John's got that heat. This is my present from
The MCM, the little vintage.
little things. I have like little
I still got a Celine. I still be wearing it. I still got a Celine handkerchief that I bought there too. That was dumb. I want, man.
It sounds like you gotta bring that shit back, John.
Bro, that
like,
shit
you
was
can't keep
retarded.
letting
Get
that
fire, more fire.
shit. Yeah, you can't keep letting that shit
I'm
sit.
always like, I fuck with this. Like, really, I'm more like I'm like
Good designer.
designer. Like, I still wear some shit. Like, I throw on something like a Carhartt or whatever, because that's like gangster to me.
Yep.
But
Texas, for sure.
I like to wear like designer shit like most of the time. Yeah.
That's just your style.
About 2 years ago, I was on Jordan's Tough. I mean, I still got every. Man, one time, bro, I really stopped collecting shoes after. I used to collect them and shit. But one time, I had got this new crib, but I hadn't really moved out of my old crib. But I had just like put all my fire shit over there for some reason.
I don't like where this is
I
going.
know, I can already tell.
And then like, I hadn't been there. Like, I had rented the crib, but I was so busy like just running around out in the streets and shit that I didn't even go to the crib for like 2 months.
Damn.
And then one day I just get a call and they was like, yo, the landlord called me, whatever, and I pulled up and like everything was gone. I was like, oh. And I had like everything. Like, this is like what I had been saving like for like 10 years. And I used to like purposely not wear them and all of that shit.
Yeah.
That's why after that I was like, man, I'm never not wearing them no more. Like, I'll just put on my shit and wear it like as soon as I buy it, like same day.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even,
If y'all gonna,
I just fuck
y'all
them all
get
the
my
way
shit,
up too.
yeah, exactly. I'm gonna fuck them up. So
Fuck
y'all,
them
y'all
up and
come get 'em.
everything.
Y'all
Like,
be mad.
I don't even care. Like, it don't even matter no more. Like, but nowadays, it's hard to keep shit.
that's terrible, but at least it put it in your mind to like, you know what, I'm gonna just wear all my shit. I ain't about to be out here spending all this money just to let
be
it sit,
saving and
collect
shit for
dust.
no reason. I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
We all been there. I did the shit too, man. But I did cash out on mine, so
Word.
I had to let my shit sit for a minute.
Nice
but
lump sum.
yeah, I cashed out. Speaking of another classic that Nike is trying to do something different with, they have, we don't know if this is actually gonna release, but the images have released of the Nike Air More Up Tempo, which was Pippen. Basically, it was Pippen's,
the
like,
shies?
yeah, back in the day with the shy on the side. So continuing a theme that was first used in the Supreme collaborations, the Chicago edition of the Nike Up Tempo was highlighted with an oversized shy on the sides. The all-red shoe outlined in black. This release is part of the upcoming City Pack that is said to also represent New York City and Atlanta.
I feel like Atlanta is mad they didn't get the red. Like right off the rip.
But see,
They haven't released the images the other ones you did
No,
not
see,
red.
and that was gonna be my thing too. Is like, are they just doing it with the up tempo for Chicago because that was Pippen and the Bulls?
Yeah.
And they gonna do something
Yes.
different for those other cities? 'Cause
Absolutely.
there's no way they can put like, cause this is, it don't say Chicago all the way around. It says shy on the inside and the outside. So ain't no way they can do that shit with those. But is this? Are y'all feeling this? Is this like bastardizing the
That
classic?
shit right there fire as fuck to me.
Fuck with that. Even
I
being
wouldn't
from
wear 'em,
Texas,
but those are fire.
Okay. Yeah. Cause that's my thing too. Is like, yeah, Supreme did it with the sub tempos and it worked. But does that
We
mean
should have that
like,
as a different question. Like, are they fire or would you wear them? Because like you said, you're like, they're dope, but I'm not for me.
Yeah, I ain't finna wear. I
Yeah.
wouldn't wear them, but those are tight.
I'm a fan of the shoe in general. I got the sub tempos and I got the all white up tempos, but like that is, I have enough all red shoes as it is. That's not for me.
But
I
see,
fuck
all
with
the
that
Nike
color
shoe,
blocking.
all the Nike's cool shoes are old.
Yeah, all the 90s.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's that
Yeah,
dude
it's
that did
retro.
them. That one dude. What's that dude's name?
Tinker Hatfield?
Yeah, Tinker.
Yeah.
He did those too, didn't he?
I don't know who
I don't think
these.
Tinker did these.
Yeah.
Bro, I bet you anything he did them hoes. Anything cool that they did, that he did.
Yeah.
Jack, can we get a Jack
Fact check.
check
Who
on
did an
that?
up
A
tempo?
jack check.
Jack
I
check.
bet you
Yeah,
he
yeah.
had to, bro. There's no way. Whoever it is that made those, they need to hire him back again too.
Bring
then.
his old ass back.
He's probably still there.
Nah, because it's been
Nah,
a
he
new
can't be
wave.
there. He can't
For
be
the
there.
past like 2 years, the up tempo has come back. Past 2, maybe 3 years.
It's bulky shoes are popular. Look, this is like 2 different
Yeah.
shoes.
That's next on the
Bulky
list.
trainers, yeah. Well, that's different than like the dad, where you're going with it, like the more daddy bulk shit.
No. I think, I mean,
Like starting with the
That shit-
Calabasas.
Is that? But that lettering though, that's not the same as the uptempo font though. Or the,
No, yeah, it's
well,
not.
no, because they can't put, I mean, yeah,
Well,
they can't fit that.
Not
But
even just to fit it, but like
That
that.
H looks
this,
weird.
the H is skinny.
Yeah, all of this shit
Because
looks
they're trying
kind
to
of.
keep it in between those fucking eyelids.
I still think
Yeah.
I think those
Yeah.
are really cool.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see the The
other
NYC
yeah,
and the
NYC
ATL.
in Atlanta.
Who made them, bro?
Will Smith.
Will Smith. Fresh motherfucker.
They need to get him
Shout
back.
out to you,
They
Wilson.
need to get him back on the
They are
payroll
comfortable
right
as
now.
fuck, by the way.
But that's so it's the wave.
What's
of
Wilson
the
Smith
up-tempos
doing these
coming
days? Get on
back.
his LinkedIn.
And the sub-tempos, I think,
He need
put
to
even
design-
more
he need to
people
be-
on them.
Nike need to hire that. I bet you anything he like motherfucking designing raps or some shit. You never know.
He probably caked up off of all the old shit they was
that's-
doing back then in the 90s because they don't make them
Yeah,
like
people were
that no
getting
more,
good deals
man.
back then too.
Yeah.
Not shoes for sure.
So yeah, you think they dope, but you wouldn't wear. And that's another thing too. Is like if you're not from Chicago, you don't rep Chicago. What are you
doing
do,
with those?
You know, like that's my whole thing. It's like okay, that's cool. Are you gonna release this worldwide?
I feel like people
people
definitely getting killed over those in Chicago.
Yeah, Chirac is
Absolutely.
fuck, yeah.
Yeah, no
Especially
question
with the
about it.
all red too.
They're
like,
all red,
it's-
just like
Yeah.
I feel like they should have known. Like, all right, Chicago, we should just go ahead and do all colors right off the bat.
Just straight-
Like,
just-
just
for y'all.
black.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, we gonna make it easy
And
for
enough
y'all.
pairs for everyone.
Because if they was
and
trying
enough
to be,
pairs for everyone.
Right. If they was trying to keep it kosher, they could have did it with the white, all white base, and then the red and black lettering or something like that. But they coming out with the all red, like that's trouble. For
Get the
some people
GD
out there.
colorways now.
I don't know. All I know is that, but that's fine though. I mean, they're the Bulls colors. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's dope that they're doing something like that for the city and representing, you know, what this shoe actually represents, which was that era in NBA and basketball when Penny, my
Penny,
God, I've been
yeah.
drinking. Pippen and Jordan was doing their thing with the Bulls, and they really doing something for the city. It'd just be interesting to see if they only do it, if they release them just in Chicago, or if they do a nationwide thing or whatever, to see what the response will be for people outside of Chicago. Because you know Chicago going crazy over that.
yeah.
Definitely.
Penny had some clunky ass shoes too, though.
Penny did have all the shoes
all
back
good.
then, though. That shit was the way. I know that's your whole.
Yeah, I
You
love
still
all that
running the
shit.
Easy One. Yeah, if you
Yeah.
if you listen to this, you're not watching. Dano's got a pair of the Blink Easy Ones on right now. He pulled those out the vault. I believe his feet have grown since he originally purchased those.
Yep.
So he's cramming his toes in them joints, but they still look
Sacrifice.
crispy.
Sacrifice.
You know, the little
That's-
things.
They do still look
I
crazy.
remember my first time seeing those. I was working at Sprint back in Kansas City, and this big black chick came in, coming in to pay her bill.
She was wearing them?
And she was wearing them. She had on like some crusty ass sweats and shit like that. And I was like, man, at least she got them Yeezys though. Them shits is fucking.
Yeah, it made her
She was-
whole
them shits was
thing
fire.
shine.
That was the first time I ever seen them in person though. But they still, like, to me, you don't get no better than that. Like, I love the Yeezys that he's doing with Adidas and the Boost and all that shit. But like that right there, that shit is fucking, that's classic. So thank you for
Have a
wearing
better
those
time.
tonight.
Yeah.
Slow clap.
And on to my favorite
Crusty ass
topic.
sweatpants wearing.
Because we have touched on this briefly a few times during this episode. It seems to be a growing trend right now, and I can't get behind it. And maybe it's because, maybe I'm mad because my feet are so big and I can't ride this wave. I don't know what it is, but I feel like this whole new movement of clunky shoes is like what everybody is on right now. And seeing you wear those, the Raf,
seen
the
tons of people
Oswego.
Which these are not
They're wild
as.
now,
No, seeing
They're not
these
nearly
like
as bad.
no. This
Go
I
ahead.
feel like, but these were one of the beginnings, and now you got the
Absolutely.
Balenciagas, and you got the.
I've been calling these. I'm tripping because I've been calling these. What are them little? I'm saying the other one.
Oswego's?
Yeah, the Nike ones. What are those? The Air Max, the ones that came back out that they were doing them in different colors. They first came out with the tiger stripe.
Air Max?
The one, Tiger Stripe. Wait, I
They,
was thinking
when they
about
first
no,
came
no,
out,
no.
they was tiger stripe. They out right now. They
I was thinking about the Mexican.
Are you
Heritage
talking about
joint
the,
shoes, but
What are you talking about? He's not talking about the Ronnie Fieg.
Tune,
the
I used to call them the
Clippers.
tunes. I used to call them the tunes back in the day.
We're going to have to figure this
Yeah,
out
we're
before
gonna
this
have to
episode
Air
ends.
Max TNs? Is that what you call
Yeah,
the tunes? 'Cause
yeah,
it's TN?
yeah.
Air Max, what, plus? Is that what you call that?
I don't know. They got the little. The
Max
those. Yeah, those.
Yeah, the squiggles that go all the way up.
The whole time y'all just
Yeah,
see,
those
I
are
know
hard
the whole
as
time
fuck,
I've been
dude.
saying Oswego's. Those are the ones I was
you was
talking
thinking
about.
about them, not the
I
ones
forgot
you
that
was
these
running.
is the Oswegos.
Yeah, those are the
Yeah.
Raf Oswegos.
Yeah.
The sunset ones?
Yeah, the sunset
Yeah,
ones,
the
the tiger stripe.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's
Yeah,
what-
they got
yeah.
the squiggles that go
Yeah,
in the
okay,
little.
yeah, my bad. Okay, now I'm just doing a
Yeah.
fact check on myself.
Yeah.
Just let me-
Yeah.
With the
these-
sunset and the
them
black
hoes.
stripes, I see the tiger now.
These came back out right now. Them hoes is fire right now too.
Yeah, they did the ultra version.
Those are fire right now.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I bought them hoes in a
Jack,
couple colors.
it's the other
and
way
then fucked
around
them
where
up.
the black mesh is sunset.
Yeah, the
and it
first
has
one was
black.
the other way. Yeah.
Yeah,
But but no, my bad. Yeah, these Oswego's. Yeah.
Yeah, the Adidas
The bulky
Rap.
shoes, they fire. Like, man, I fucked up and I was asleep and I didn't get those new
Yeah.
Balenciaga ones that they just dropped. The Balenciaga, the ones that look
That's
like
you.
this.
That's
The
you.
triple S. See, that's so yeah. The
Yeah, but
reference
those
that I
make
had,
those
like,
look small.
that's what I'm
The
saying.
Balenciaga,
These the ones
those
you
make
talking
those look
about?
like
The-
normal small shoes.
Yeah, those.
Yeah, with the fake
Yeah, those are the
sunset.
updated ones, by the way.
So we got the Yeezy Wave Runner 700s, the Adidas Raf Oswego 3s, Balenciaga Triple S, Balenciaga Speed Runners, which those really ain't that bulky because it's the sock joints.
Yeah.
The Fila Disruptor 2, Acne Studio Sophian, and then the new
There
Louis
you go.
Vuitton trainer.
These the ones you like?
Those are the ones.
Those is crazy.
I can't get
color
behind
Those
it.
is crazy.
Really?
What?
We saw
Those
homie at
is
the GOAT event. He had
fucking
these on.
bananas. You can throw those on with anything. It doesn't even matter. Look, they come dirty. It doesn't even matter. They come dirty already. You just like, I'm throwing these home right now. I'm gone. Right?
What?
Tell-
Said they
dude,
come
I
dirty.
You
fucked
fucking with
up, bro.
Those, bro, them ultimate clean.
That's the cleanest you right now. Right now, that's the cleanest you could be. Right now, today, at this very moment, no matter what shoe you got, if you got on them hoes right now, nigga, and whatever the fuck, that's the cleanest you could be today at this very moment. Right now.
After they dropped, after Rap did that, they dropped them.
Them.
Acme dropped them.
Yep.
Louis dropped them.
Yep.
All that shit.
But these just came out the other
This-
day,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Can we
These
mic him
right
up?
now,
Yeah, he got back.
these right here, my nigga, is the yo right now.
Let me see the other one, Jack.
Fucking with? Yeah, did you pull any of the other ones up that I put on that list?
Bro, you can't not fuck with that, bro. You can't not fuck with.
Swag, bro, you saw his pants, bro?
Look,
Pants, bro.
Y'all niggas crazy.
but these is, I mean, like, I ain't just gonna just be jumping on the Fila, but yeah, the way he wear them, those is that, yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
fucking
but
with
the
that.
Berlin, like, there's like the Fila isn't as. I mean, they're clearly like designer. Like that lady said it the best in that movie, The Devil Wears Prada. Like it's like when she was telling her the reason she was wearing that color. She's like, you wearing that color because 5 years ago this designer brought it out. Like Fila doing that because this shit's coming out right now. You know what I mean? So it's like this is clean. Like I ain't gonna say the Berlin.
Now, do
like
you
that's
fuck
why
with
them,
that?
that's why them Nikes is clean because they bulky right now. It's like.
Yeah.
My partner got them.
Those are,
are
yeah,
alright.
those speed.
Those
yeah,
alright.
speed
I
runner.
ain't really, I ain't really into the whole like
The sock shit.
I definitely
Yeah.
can't go with the sock shit.
They be looking clean on people though. I wouldn't wear it. They
I
not
will
for me.
say, yeah. I will say I saw some people that was running those. Like I can get behind those. I just think them other Balenciagas, man, I just can't.
Bro, you gotta
Triple
put them
S,
hoes, bro. Just put them hoes on with some jeans.
I can't do it. I wear a size
Dude, a
14.
size
Them
14
shits is
of
gonna
those?
look
Those shits-
fucking bananas.
Could you
Nah.
imagine what a
Them shits
14
in the
looks like
90s.
in those?
Nah, no, the ones that looked fucked up was them Rick Owens that had that big ass gap in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Those looked bad on people with big feet because the
That's
gap
what,
was so big. It just looked weird.
That's what
I don't think I've ever
is
seen
that
a
is
big
that
ass
what
pair
homegirl
of
was
them.
wearing at the GOAT event?
Yeah, someone was.
Yeah, the Triple
Diane
S,
was
the
wearing
ones
this,
that-
right?
Yeah. I mean, it's the wave right now, and I can't knock it. That's what everybody's on.
Yeah.
But also, my thing too is like the price tag on them Jones is.
Yeah, it's up there.
It's
And
up
if you're
there.
gonna buy, you're not gonna cash out for it later either.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, you're
Right.
not just gonna sit on it because I think that's something too to think about. Like, not everybody gets them to try and flip them or whatever, but it's like
It's nice when
this
you
ain't-
invest in something that holds its value, like
Yeah.
a Rollie.
Yeah.
No,
You
for
know what I'm
sure.
saying?
Like,
Like
yeah,
this.
like I mean, that's one thing about Nike is that like if you go, you can go buy all of that shit, and even like it may not be popping right now, but like in 20 years from now, whoever the fuck's born like in the next 5 years. 20 years from now, you don't know what the fuck they gonna be on. They definitely not gonna be on what everybody's on right now.
True.
We know that as a fact. So you just never know. Nike always gonna, but like with designer shit, like nah, I feel like it don't like pieces do. Like if
Certain
like what we talking about,
pieces.
like that Fendi shit, or like you got like a badass leather Gucci from the
But-
7, like whatever. But like a lot of the shoes, like I always like I done had so many pair of Gucci or Louis shoes. And they just like, I wouldn't even want to look at them no more. I
But
never
on the
wanna
flip
pull them
side,
back out.
I was selling that Fendi jacket for like $800.
Yeah.
It was probably a $4,000 jacket at one
Right,
point.
at one point,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Well,
it-
so your value more is to like buy you a pair of Nike and try to flip them in 10 years or whatever. Like homie said he cashed out on some fire shit. But like to be clean, if you trying to be the cleanest nigga on the motherfucking scene right now, flip it back to them other ones. You know what I mean? Easy.
I mean, hey, to each their own. Like, I ain't knocking it, you know. I mean, I guess I am knocking it because I just.
Yeah, you can't.
You got hustler mentality.
Like,
Show the other colors.
Show the
Look
one.
at
No,
the-
not the on foot. Yeah, show the other. Y'all really. This nigga salivating over here.
He said they come dirty.
Bro, I fucked up.
You fucked
I
up,
was
bro.
asleep. They dropped in the middle of the night.
Jack,
I was
what you
asleep. They
think?
sold out.
Jack said I can't call it.
I think this, me too, like coming up as a skateboarder, I think that's part of what's in the back of my mind of like, y'all niggas buying shoes is already fucked up. Like we do that shit on the board for real.
Yeah, but
so I think that's part of it too. Where it's
I mean,
like,
but that's also, I mean, if you like that, then you should like these because skater shoes are wide as fuck.
I know that's my
that's
thing.
what
It's
they're
like,
building off
that's
of
what
is
we
old
came
skater
up on.
shoes.
That's what we came up on, like back in the late '90s, early 2000s. But
He
it's
probably
like,
felt
shit,
like when they did this shit, they probably went back and looked at old skater shoes.
I guarantee, 100%.
They probably was like, yo, I'm gonna do
guarantee
this.
it.
Them
even the
pull up
laces
them
and
Kanye
shit.
ones.
The
them
Wave Runners?
Pull up them new Kanye ones, them fat ones.
Yeah,
Wave Runner.
Wave Runner
Wave Runner.
700.
Them hoes
too.
for sure like some old Etnies or some shit.
And we all passed on it.
I sent,
We all
I
had
sent
the
them in a group
opportunity to
text.
buy
I was
them.
like, yo, these shits just went
We all had
live.
the opportunity, and
I've
we
been
all
admitting all
passed.
week long. I regret it.
And then we
I
regret passing on it.
put it in
Why,
a
what
group
they
text because
got
I
on
saw them on Twitter before any of the blogs popped up. So I sent them the link. I was like, yo, these just dropped. Like, if y'all want to cop, shoot them or whatever. Everybody was like, nah.
Yo, I'm finna go
nah.
get them hoes. You know they be have at Wild Style. They let you can get Yeezys. They don't. There's no line at Wild Style because you have to buy a certain cause like
They have a
the
Yeezy account?
Yeah, cause Yeezy would be like, okay, like you know how like they be going and buying them for like the 200 and selling them for 6
Oh,
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So like at Wild Style, they just be like, all right, cool, we'll just spend
You
500.
got to spend a certain amount.
Spend 500 and you can get them for regular price. So I'm finna go see if they got them hoes
That
right
makes
now,
sense.
like in a little bit. Them hoes is clean as
I
fuck.
actually do fuck with those.
For right now,
They grew on me.
They grew on me too.
Yeah.
they may not be clean
No.
next year
Right.
or the
But-
year after, but for
right
right now,
Yeah.
Them the ones that's not gonna go out of style.
you don't think so?
Cause they look old already. You gonna wear them when you old.
They will definitely go out of style, but they will come back.
Yeah,
They will
I think it's a
return.
10-year
All this
cycle,
shit goes
like,
in and out.
yeah.
Everything we wearing goes in and out. All the
They innovating
they call
right
them
now.
dad
I'll
shit.
be right
Yeah,
back.
exactly.
You gonna have them all.
But there was, that's true. You can rock it still while you're dead.
Dads, like old dads and shit, they was wearing the 990s. And
I was just about to say, yeah.
What's the difference?
I mean, you got a point. I just
These is fine.
like those.
I don't know
can
why
fuck with. I can get behind.
you gotta wear those.
I can get behind
You
those.
gotta at least
100%.
jump on those.
Yeah, 100%.
You gotta-
We
and
fucked
those too,
up.
like seeing those on foot with the steed, like with your
Yeah.
swag and all that shit.
And these are size,
100%.
I wear size 12. I squeeze into 11 and a half. They don't look that big.
No,
they
those
don't.
don't look crazy. And I think it's the black and gum too. Like that shit's timeless.
Black and
That's
gum
just
is dope.
always gonna be like beautiful.
They
But
fine.
them fucking Balenciagas, man, I'll be the fucking devil's advocate on them joints. Like
The
I just-
Balenciagas are cleaner than these, bro.
But like the dude who was running the other night at the GOAT event, he pulled it off. He looks just
It looked-
fine in
yeah,
it. Like
yeah.
it's for certain people that
Yeah,
look
yeah,
works
yeah.
for them. If I saw you in those Balenciagas, I would immediately start
Be like, what the fuck
yeah,
are you
like, what
doing?
are you doing, man?
Yeah. I mean,
not right.
I get it too. Like it's all about, you know.
Like you said,
It's case by
if
case
you look
basis.
right, you look right. Like
Right.
Yeah. If you can
can't
pull
just
them
put
off,
right the
I
shoes
just
on.
like
If you clean, you clean.
if you clean, you clean. I think that's to y'all point too, though.
I swear to God, you can.
Nah, to y'all's
We got a
point,
mic
though,
on him now too.
To y'all's point, it's very subjective.
Gotta get over there on camera, they can see.
It's subjective though, cause y'all said like the way homeboy was wearing this shit, like y'all was all about it. And I guess just to me, I don't know if I'm not an old head, like I'm 32, I'm not up there or whatever, but just seeing that to me is like, I don't really know, like you can rock that, that's cool, but it just ain't my steez. That's,
yeah, I'd
that's
rather
all
have a
it is,
pair
you know
of
what
Zoom
I'm saying?
turfs
Nah, for
or,
sure.
or old Griffey trainers for my clunky shit right now. I
There's a
don't
lot
need-
of shit that's not my style that
stuff,
I'm not
you know what I
going.
mean?
You know, but
Yeah.
for me, I try to use as much of the new stuff as I can.
Absolutely. Yeah,
In
you gotta
order-
be
in
with the
order to-
time.
yeah.
Is
You
there
know what I mean?
anybody else that thinks that like the image that we're looking at looks like a baby shoe?
It does look like a baby shoe. So did that one of that girls, the one that you were showing me. It looked like, cause I mean, just recently, you know, I just think about shopping for my kids' shoes and shit, and it looked like a little kid's shoe.
It does look
It
like
do
a
look
baby
mad
shoe.
tiny.
Yeah, they're not that much cheaper, by the way. That could be.
What,
that
the
could be
baby
worked
shoe?
out.
How much are these?
They were
Retail?
they were $350.
350, I
That's
I
think.
think they were only
Retail.
$350.
Yeah,
Yeah.
retail. And they was
I just said
like,
only 350.
You know what it
right?
was though
It's
too? It was a
2015, that's
pre-order
shit.
that we had like a first dibs on a pre-order.
That
So it was
was-
like, yo, you
Yo,
can order
you gotta-
now.
you need to hit
You're gonna
me.
get them for a few months.
Like
You gotta
straight
hit
up
me.
though.
And we
I
just-
was like,
You gotta
yo,
hit me, bro. Hit me,
before
bro.
before the
with that
blogs picked
link.
this shit up, like they was sitting there for a good 20 minutes, and then all the blogs started running shit on them, and the shit was gone.
Yeah, I
Like,
had them in the cart, and I was like, nah,
too easy.
too easy. No hunt, no chase. Fucking fool.
It'd be like that, but nah. I mean, to like I said, to y'all's point, it's very subjective. Everybody like what they like. I'm not knocking that. Like if that's your shit, run it 100%. I just think it's kind of weird. Not weird. It's crazy to see what like you see Migos running this shit and everybody starts picking up on it, or you see people that's doing it first. And then that wave goes, and
Yeah,
obviously
but
that's
them Balenciagas, I knew about them Balenciagas months and months
Yeah.
ago. I just
But
don't.
was you on them?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
But I just don't be. I'm not one of them niggas who's gonna be sitting there worried about anything coming out of nothing. I'm worried about money 24/7. So I'm not one of these dudes that's gonna spend it. Like if I get it, like if I pull up like these, I pulled up, they had them. I'm finna buy them. I can buy whatever I want, but I'm not one of these dudes that's gonna be worried about like, oh my God, 12 o'clock tonight. These is like, fuck that, nigga. 12 o'clock tonight, I'm getting bread. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, feel me? Like, and if not, nigga, I'm fucking in my zone, like doing some music, nigga, sipping some drink, getting high as fuck. Like, I ain't waiting in line for nothing in life ever. Like, that's like, nah, I'm out. Like. You know what I mean?
Nothing
Feel
else
that.
needs to be said. We can end it on that one right there.
For real.
Nah, Joe, we
Yeah,
appreciate
them kids,
you,
if y'all
man.
kids watching that shit, y'all niggas remember that shit, man. Don't wait for shit. Fuck that shit. Go out and get Go out and get some money, nigga.
Yeah.
That's gonna last you for real.
Hell yeah.
For real.
Dropping gems. Y'all ain't even know y'all was gonna get all that information like that, did
Hey
you?
man, narco wave.
Narco Wave. Let the people know where they can find you on Instagram, Twitter, whatever you got right now.
Dro FE, DRO_FE. I'm the only Dro FE, so you could even just put DROFE. So whatever, just find me on Instagram, Twitter, Instagram. I'll be on that bitch.
Hell yeah.
Styling, all of that shit going
We
crazy.
already know, man.
Turn
We already know
up.
you came through and shit
Being
on us
clean
real
as
quick.
fuck.
Hey, and to that point, if you
Extra.
clean, you fucking
Clean.
Clean as fuck.
It's been episode
Word to my
19.
nigga Fex and Fab, y'all know what the fuck. You know what I mean?
You know the fuck going on.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah, episode 19 of the Kickback for John Colombo, Dano, and Dro FE. I'm your host, Jesus Christ. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you next week. Peace out.
Oh. Almost fell at the end.
Yeah, buddy.